has sent some very funny texts. And the thing is, this post got so many comments from people who had similar funny texts from their adult children. Okay, so I'm gonna share these with you. Trust me, you want to hear these. Okay, so someone said that when their son was a freshman from UPenn Wharton, which is an impossible school to get into, they Skype called their mother because they lost their dorm keys and made the mother help them while they looked around for the keys. And although that sounds nuts, that doesn't sound nuts to me, because I'm pretty sure my kids would do that. They call me downstairs to help them look for whatever it is that they lost because they can't find it, and I find it in like 5 seconds. And once my daughter called me from a parking lot because she couldn't find her car. What was I gonna do? Like, seriously. And it turned out she had walked out a different door of the building that she had been in and was in like a different parking lot. And I was just like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm like, trace your steps back in, go back into the building, go back out where you came from. Eventually, she found it, but yeah. Okay. Here's another one. My son recently turned 18. He asked me to sign something for him, and I told him I couldn't because I was no longer his legal guardian. He said, "Then who is?" Not shocking to me. I tell my daughter constantly, "You are an adult." Yeah, because she's 20, going on 21, and I have to keep telling her, "You're an adult," like literally. My 21-year-old son called to ask me if he was circumcised. Why? How do you take clothes out of the washing machine? Do I just reach in there with my hands? Not surprised at all. I had to teach my son how to use the, washing machine and dryer before he left for school. So yeah, they don't necessarily know those things. My daughter came home for the weekend from college for the first time, and along with her laundry, she brought her garbage. She said she didn't know where to take it at school, so she brought it home. Can you imagine? Like, can't you ask someone at school where to take your garbage? But once again, I'm not really that surprised. None of this really surprises me. Okay, son asked, "How do you spell my middle name?" I mean, well, a lot of times people don't use their middle name, so they don't really know. Could happen. Okay, so my husband was visiting our son in Los Angeles. He called me to say, "I am standing outside his apartment and he's not answering the door or his phone. What should I do?" So I, the writer, am in Massachusetts. What would you like me to do? That's a dad issue, not a college child issue. But I believe that also. Yep. Someone wrote, "In 10 5 quarts because she almost blew it up. Should that happen, though? I mean, just because you don't get an oil change doesn't mean that it should run out of oil. It would just have dirty oil, right? I don't know anything about car maintenance. I just do what I'm supposed to do and don't ask. My brother asked my parents what day is Thanksgiving on this year while planning when he was going to come home for the holidays. Alright, well, I mean, it's the 4th Thursday of every November, but so maybe he didn't know what the date was, and he didn't want to look it up himself. My university child once texted me asking directions on how to get around her campus. Yep. Yes, my daughter. Yes. I'm like, look for a map. Like, can't you go on Waze or something? Like, I don't know. Text from freshman engineering major. The smoke detector is going off. How do I make it stop? Well, he's just a freshman, so he shouldn't know much about engineering. But yeah, don't call your mom for that. Go to like the RA, resident advisor. Love this first time college freshman mom here. I'll add, what am I allergic to? How do I like my burgers cooked? And where do I get my hair cut? Yep. I got a call at 1:30 a.m. to ask me if I realized how expensive a box of cereal was. Yes, sweetie, I bought thousands of them for you. Why do these kids think they should contact their mother in the middle of the night while she's asleep to tell her nonsense? Like, I know if there's an emergency, but don't text or call me at 1:30 a.m. with any nonsense. Visiting my daughter at college this weekend, and she asked for dryer sheets and cheese sticks. Alright, well, that's what she likes the most then. Can I cook a hot dog with my ramen? You can, was my response. Yeah, if you really cook it, but most people don't really cook ramen. You just fill the thing with boiling water, so I don't think, that's not really cooking. You'd have to really put it in a pot, but I'm overthinking it. A week away at school, my daughter texts me pictures of her tonsils and asked me if I thought she had strep throat. Yeah, like, I love that kind of stuff. Like, please, no. My son's first text was, where does one buy socks? Probably because he didn't want to do the laundry. My son once asked me what time the ATM closed. Yeah, it doesn't close. And someone said, college professor here. You are not even seeing the worst of it. Well, I'd like to hear from him then. Can he share? He doesn't share anything though. While shopping for a used car online, I instructed my daughter to search for cars with less than 30k miles. She asked, is that how many miles are on it or how many are left? Year-old daughter called and said, Mom, I have to go to the grocery store. What do I eat? Our daughter, who works at the local grocery store, called to ask where to find potatoes. Well, she should know she works at a grocery store. You find them with the vegetables. My daughter, who's a remember calling my mom once, they hadn't invented texting yet, and asking her out to boil an egg, and she started crying. That's dramatic. Freshman son calls me, "Mom, can I put wet clothes in the dryer? Can I put wet clothes in the dryer?" Next week, he says, "Mom, can I put the sheets in the dryer?" So she responded, "You're washing the sheets already?" So she was excited, wow, he's already washing the sheets. "No, Mom, the sheets to make your clothes smell good." Mom responded, "Bounce." "Yes, Mom." My response, "Where'd you get them? I didn't send it yet." "Son, okay, never mind." Okay. My son is now a junior in college. Last week, he asked me what size should he get in khakis for work, yet he has a 3.1 GPA. It's got nothing to do with it. It's book smart versus street smart, right? I work in higher ed. We get many of these questions too. One university event, I was working and we were passing out shirts as promo for the event and asked shirt size. The student is like, "Can you hold it up so I can see it?" I don't know what my mom gets me. I thought she was going to say, he said, "Let me call my mom and send her a picture." I have a friend whose daughter texted her to please mail the half package of Staples to her dorm. My friend told her that there wasn't actual Staples on the edge of campus. She probably just didn't want to spend the money and want her mom to send it, My daughter asked me, "How do I get birth control?" I explained to her what to do and didn't ask one question. Well, that's good. Very good. My son is an Eagle Scout and a student athlete at the top engineering school in the country. I wonder what school that is. MIT? I don't know. He would rather walk the Harvard Bridge in the middle of January in shorts than actually admit he needs anything, so I just send stuff, including cash. Really? Okay. Dad, can you DoorDash me some Chinese food to my dorm? Well, yeah. Once again, that's just so the dad can pay for it. It's not that the kid doesn't know how to do it. A son called home for instructions on how to use his university washing machine. He's at the supermarket, so what seasoning should he buy because his cooking doesn't taste like mine? Daughter in store called home to ask which aisle are the shower mats. She's at the supermarket and called home to ask which aisle is the chicken. When my son went grocery shopping for the first time, he did text me to ask, what aisle would I find this or that or this in, not because I'd been to that supermarket, but because I would know certain things, like maybe rethink university and sign up for something local so he can remediate. That's very funny. Mom, what is my